Anything that doesn't revolve around you getting stronger is pointless. Every champion is lazy because if they weren't lazy, they wouldn't be a champion. And I certainly can't be lazy because I'm planking right now, and planking is hard, so you can't be lazy. The whole plank was filmed in one take, and so my voice gets pretty breathy towards the end. This video is meant to act as a reminder to myself of what it means to be lazy. This isn't a metaphor. If your goal in life is to get as strong as humanly possible, then everything that you're not doing toward that goal is pointless. Otherwise, you don't care enough about that goal, by definition. And so, if that is your goal, why wouldn't you be in the gym 12 hours a day? Why wouldn't you be in the gym 16 hours a day? Why wouldn't you be in the gym every waking moment of the day? Because that's not how fatigue works, and human bodies can adapt that much. And so you can maybe do 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 hours a day of training. And then what do you do the other 11? What do you do the other 12? Well, we can look at what the greats do, what the literal strongest men in the world do, and they do nothing. Because the biggest thing that they can do to progress toward their goal would be to do nothing, because it conserves energy for tomorrow. They're lazy. The complications in your life are keeping you lazy, but the bad kind of lazy, the kind of laziness that's an escape from all of the bad things that are rotting in your mind, the kind of laziness that tells you that you earned that cookie because you finished filing your taxes, or that you need to relax because you just spent 8 hours working, sitting at a desk all day. You're doing the wrong kind of lazy. The backside of stress is where we see most of the laziness that actually hurts us. It's so easy to sit down and do nothing and rot on your phone for hours on end after you sit at a job that you hate, working towards nothing that you find important. And so laziness really falls behind direction and intentionality. Because if that strong man is choosing to do nothing because he knows that doing nothing is going to help him progress towards his goal, then doing nothing is productive. But if you do nothing because you don't know what to do, then you're being lazy. The real lazy. Being lazy partly means staying within yourself. It's the arrogance in us that thinks that we can go to the gym 3 hours a day, 6 days a week, after not using our membership for a year and a half. Everything that's good takes time. So that's why you should continue burning yourself out on 3-month prospects that you only get good enough at so you can talk about at dinner parties. Everyone's favorite player got there after struggling and stifling for 3 months. Not 10 years. So why would you ever do something for 10 years when you could do it for 3 months? I think the lazy man is the most consistent out of all of us. Always doing the bare minimum of what is needed for success. And if you just apply that framework to life, then you find you just need to pick your one thing. You need to find the one thing that you're incredibly passionate about, the one thing that you love to do, and then just do that one thing every day. Just getting your hours in every day, doing that one thing over and over and over and over again, and being lazy with literally everything else in your life. Just doing the bare minimum with everything else. And getting your hours in on one thing. Because if you just get your hours in on one thing, 3 hours a day for 10 years beats 10 hours a day for 3 months. every time.
If I'm being honest, I don't know how deep into this plank I am. And this is my first take, and it's going to be my only take. I feel like everything that's good comes on the backside of things that are hard, but only difficult things that are working towards your actual goal will help you. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. Yeah, you're getting better, you're proving to yourself that you can do hard things, but if it's not actually hard, then you're not proving anything.
The plank I just did was very stimulating, and my body physically aches and pains after I did it. So that must mean it was productive, because we as a society use pain and hurt and suffering as a proxy for productivity. But in reality, the plank wasn't productive. I don't want to get better at planking. This is the point in the plank where it began to get really difficult. My breathing got heavy, but I set a goal out for myself at the start, and I really wanted to hit it.
And maybe for some people, doing something hard means being lazy when they don't want to be lazy. You can't be productive all the time, not towards one specific goal. So if you're telling yourself that you're productive all the time towards one specific goal, you're lying to yourself and you're losing.
I don't want to get better at planking. That's what planking does, is planking a lot gets you better at planking. Now there's the side benefits of it was difficult, and doing difficult things is good because it allows yourself to believe that you can do other difficult things, maybe that work towards your ultimate goal. But if you spend all of your time working towards something that isn't beneficial for your long-term goals, then you're never going to get your long-term goals. And maybe that's okay. Maybe you don't want that. But if you're convincing yourself that you do, and you're telling yourself over and over and over again that I want this thing, everything that you're doing that doesn't chase down that thing isn't productive. A pro athlete doesn't train 16 hours a day. Now, that doesn't mean that they're not productive. It just means that in the hours that they're not training, they're being lazy. Because if they were to do things in those other hours that were quote unquote productive, it would actually be harmful towards their end goal and take away energy that they could use the following day to work towards it. Be simple-minded. Work towards one thing, or rid yourself of the desire for that thing.